The following podcast is fan-made and in no way associated with Steam, Valve Corporation, or your mother. Also, it contains highly explicit language, so get the fuck out if you don't want to hear it. Well, hey kids, it's time for the Late Night Steamer podcast. I am DJ Pimp Daddy, and I will be hosting this week. With me, of course, is Mr. Sir Viper.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And he had to step down this week because he's got a little slip knot up in him, if you know what I mean.
Giggity.
There's a funny story behind that. We also have joining us again, Mr. Linux for Life.
Hello, people. And you just did that intro, and it sounded like Twinecast.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, but see, there's no fucking kids here.
Wait.
Okay. Linux is transmitting on a phone from a rogue pirate location. Is it like a bathroom stall? Is that correct, Linux?
Truck stop.
It might sound like
Truck stop.
Truck stop.
Truck stop. I like that. That's awesome.
And, of course, as you could hear, we have the lovely Doomkitten joining us back.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
And with Doomkitten, you will notice that we have our bitchin' fucking upgraded image now. We our new logo for the podcast, which is guaranteed to give you seizures in 3 countries.
Oh, I didn't do that one.
Yeah,
you can't blame me for that.
Oh.
I got that made. Fuck you. Just totally took my credit away from me.
The law says that we have to play this on an IMAX screen at some point, so it's just epic. This is episode 17, recorded on July 29th, 2012. And this week we are sponsored by Yo Mama. Yo Mama's so fat, it takes 2 trips to haul ass.
Yo mama's so ugly that your father no longer finds her attractive, and now their marriage is in trouble.
Yo mama is so ugly that not even goldfish crackers smile back.
Oh, come on, Luke.
And Linux doesn't even have a joke.
Linux gave up. We shot him down too many times. So fuck all of you.
I bet you anything Linux was like, oh god, I gotta get a joke right now. Oh my god, I'm fucked up.
Ask a trucker. They might have one.
Okay, we'll just skip Linux's joke.
Yeah, alright, I guess so.
We lost him. Just remember to, front to back, dude.
Jesus.
Well, all the folks who are listening to the show via Stitcher, iTunes, or YouTube, to join our next live stream, you can get free giveaways and surprise butt sex. Warning, surprise butt sex might not actually be surprise at all, and in fact, it does not actually contain any butt sex either. That is a disclaimer worth listening to. So,
Indeed.
So how's everyone this week?
Shit, dude. I am in a lot of pain right now. You could probably hear it in my voice, but my voice is a little wavering. I did a show last night with my sci-fi metal band. The show went very well. We had members of Slipknot in the audience, which I found very interesting. I got to mosh with those guys, which is also interesting. Hence why, there was the jokes earlier about, me apparently sucking some Slipknot penis. Sorry. Yeah,
Tasty.
it surprisingly tastes like Lucky Charms. I'm not sure why.
Latex masks.
That's not the condom you're tasting. No.
And shame. It has a hint of shame in there.
There's definitely a hint of shame in there. But no, the show was very good, and I was doing massive amounts of headbanging, and unfortunately, I am now feeling the effects of it the next day. But all in all, I had a great time. So.
No
Did you give yourself a concussion?
No concussion this time. That's probably why my lower back is in so much pain because
You're
because I have
compensating.
I have a lot of hair, so I just move my back, and that is enough to make the hair move and kind of make it look like I'm headbanging. So don't ask me to give you the logistics. It worked and nobody complained, so leave me alone.
We need a video of that for next week.
No, we don't.
Oh, good God. Good God.
How about you, Doom?
Pretty good week so far. Fairly uneventful, just school full time and, I don't know, doing nothing on the weekends. It's what I do best.
Nice. And apparently, Lennox, since you're transmitting from a bathroom stall, your week's going fantastic.
Yeah, not bad. At work for the 7th day in a row this week, so...
Awesome.
Yeah.
And, don't forget, Lennox is actually somehow transmitting across the 3G connection, so for all you haters out there, it is working. So
3G apparently is a lot better than I remembered it. So I can't believe your audio quality really isn't that bad. In fact, actually, I think it's better than it usually is.
I know.
That's crazy.
Well, sadly, though, there is no soundboard. So
no soundboard.
If you tuned in for the hijinks of the soundboard and us complaining, just get out.
I'm so sad. Man. Really let down.
Heart is broken.
This week, let's see, we gave away a copy of Torchlight 2. Who was that?
Was
that you, Lennox?
Yeah. Gave Torchlight 2 away. That was a 2-week giveaway over on SteamGifts.com. And Dice won it. And
Dice. Dice.
There was almost 6,800 by the time it ended. People that...
Wait, so the developers of Battlefield won your copy of Torchlight 2?
See, you went there. I was thinking Andrew Dice Clay for some reason.
Oh!
I don't know why. It's just Andrew Dice Clay came to mind. I'm like,
Little boy blue, he needed the money.
Oh!
We are giving away tonight. We have a special contest for you guys. We're going to torture you for this. We're giving away a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4. Full legal Steam copy. All legit. Go out there, shoot some hookers, run over pedestrians, full 9 yards, right?
We've given away illegal copies before.
No, we have not. I guess I just had to add that, so there was no doubt.
This time it's for real. I promise you.
Okay, let me rewind that. A copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 tonight. However, we wanted to make it a fun contest so that people can participate the entire show. So, we've dubbed this the Grand Theft Auto 4 Fugly Contest. Let's see. Scott's going to go ahead and paste a link into the chat window. And this contest ends by the end of the podcast. So you have to the end of the podcast to go play this just terrible game out on Congregate that we found. I organized it by how many stars they got, and I went to the absolute bottom of the list, and this was like the third one up. This is perfect, okay?
That's so mean.
The game is called Oriental Beauty. It got 1.5 stars, and the description of the game is, this Oriental Beauty wants to go to a party, but she doesn't know what to wear. Let's help her.
I actually I took the liberty of making a demonstration picture for this because I figured that you guys can actually get to see what you could do with this, and I'm gonna throw that on the live chat right now.
Oh my god,
I can't wait. That is my version.
God, that's pretty bad.
You have a boyfriend? You getting out on?
Okay, so you see what he did there, okay? He finished the game, and it literally takes like 2 minutes to finish the game.
Oh, not even. It's like 45 seconds.
What you think is the most hideous Oriental Beauty, take a screen capture of just that. You see how he took the screen capture perfectly there. And you have to post it to either our Facebook or our Twitter stream. You know, just hashtag us in there. Or I just do the at LNS, or LNS, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna fuck this up.
Either tweet us or put it on our Facebook page, and we will see it. We'll check it out throughout the show, and the best ones I'll actually put on the stream. So
Yeah.
we'll work it out. But only one person can win, obviously. So
Yeah,
the best
so-
one we'll save for last.
Everybody,
There can only be one.
please
There can
get
be only
in
one.
your submission by the time we start the discussion.
There you go.
So, and just remember, whoever wins, whoever designs the most fuggliest date, gets a free copy of Grand Theft Auto 4.
I'd like to think that you get a chance to run over the person that you're creating in this game inside GTA. So, chances are there's probably somebody in the game that'll look a little similar to that. So
But she doesn't know what to wear. Let's help her.
Why are you saying that so creepy?
you almost had a salad fingers type of sound to you. That was really good.
Right?
Yeah, and just so everybody knows that Grand Theft Auto 4, I think it's only on Windows only, and it's when you play it through Steam, you still have to set up, the Games for Windows account, is that correct?
Yeah, but you really
But
don't
it
need
works,
to.
it's just there's
It
a little
does
bit
work,
of goofy setup.
Windows Live.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
The forums for that specific game will actually tell you how to fix it up if it doesn't work for you, so...
Yeah.
It's really informative. In fact, if you ever have a problem with a Steam game, you really should check out the forums because they're always very good about that sort of thing. So,
So we're gonna revisit this in between topics just to get everybody back on task. So,
yep.
okay, we're gonna move on to the steaming pile of news. This week, as far as steaming piles of said news, I'm just gonna go ahead and sum this up. All of these games don't have demos, so boo.
Boo.
And they are Windows only. So Macintosh guys, just go outside and enjoy the sun again. So
World's smallest violin I'm playing.
shut your face. Shut your face.
tell you-
Starting off the pile. Oh, go ahead.
The way Valve and whatchamacallit? Yeah. Anyways, the way Valve, the guy that runs it over there, the way he was talking this week, Linux will have more games at the rate they're going than Mac will.
Pretty much.
I don't doubt that somehow. Myfo just asked in the chat window, yes, only one entry per person. So make sure you pick the ugliest woman.
Yeah. Really work on it. You got an hour, so I mean, you got
Make
time.
sure like her name is like Zelda or something. Hi guys. Okay. First game on the list is Prototype
Wow.
2. Welcome to New York Zero. Does that really say that?
Yep.
Okay. The sequel to Radical Entertainment's best-selling open-world action game of 2009, Prototype, registered trademark, 2 takes an unsurpassed carnage of the original Prototype and continues the experience of becoming the ultimate shape-shifting weapon. Windows only, $49.99, and they have some sort of a day one DLC pack, yay, for like $10. I don't know what that is.
Well, I could have sworn that this game was already released on 360 and they're finally just bringing it to PC. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think it might be day one DLC for us, but
Yeah,
I think it might have already existed for...
It's been out on the 360 for a while.
yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those council bastards, It's like Dawn Guard. When the fuck are we going to get that? But, anyway.
Did you hear about what they said? They're like, we haven't actually announced that we're even going to give it to PC.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we won't. But, yeah, it's
Hey,
like,
man,
all right,
I'm cool with the
thanks.
Xbox guys, getting rid of all the bugs in Dawn Guard before it comes to the superior system, the PC.
Thank you.
Oh, no doubt. It's just, that was kind of a mean thing to say. We're like, okay, the Xbox 1 month thing has expired. It's on. And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not on. Not yet. You have to wait.
Yeah, well, it's funny because they said they haven't exclusively said it's even if it's coming or not coming. They're just like, yeah, nope, nothing. It's like,
We got nothing. You know it'll be.
yeah, it's coming. Just
All right.
say
Well,
it's coming.
hey,
but
guys, we should probably talk about Prototype 2. I'm just saying.
Well, it's a Gore Pack Sandbags masterpiece.
Gore-Pack sandbags? What was that?
I'm just trying to read the art. I was trying to read the review.
I see. I got a chance to play the first one. I have not played the second one yet. And I remember playing through the first one and being, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, and honestly, your whole purpose of the game was to just mass murder. Like, for no real good reason. You were there to fucking kill people.
It wasn't like you're out for vengeance or something, or you just fucking out killing people because you got, like, tentacle rape arms?
It's like GTA without real quests, except the only difference is that, like, you got all these crazy freaking things that you can do. But no, like, from what I understand, they actually did try to develop more of a story for this one. Like, you're not playing the same, you can't even call him a protagonist. You're playing a different character in the second one. And, like, he's kind of struggling with his morality, with the powers that he's given, and ultimately he needs to either decide that he's going to kill the original prototype, or he's basically going to become one with it. And I just don't have time for games like these. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's because I'm in pain that I'm being more cynical, but it's just, these kind of games are literally about as fun as bashing your head into a desk repeatedly, and I can't be involved in that.
I'm in that boat too. But I don't know.
The real question is, when it becomes 75% off, will you still buy it?
No, probably not. Probably not.
Don't do that, Lawrence.
Ouch. But according to this ad,
siren call of
$20 off at
75% off.
GameStop.
Yeah, I wonder who got that.
Who
got that? Sorry. Yeah. What's up now? It's all good. But no, I mean, if people are into it, awesome. But me personally, no, I don't care. I'm sure it's a great game. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think I remember seeing the original, and I just sort of passed that up too, so. Oh well, I guess we'll move on. Next game on the list, Kung Fu Strike, The Warriors Rise. Taking its inspiration from the ancient Chinese tales of revenge and retribution, and then adding a dash of over-the-top martial arts and old-school arcade fun. Kung Fu Strike features 28 stages of fast-paced combo-based fighting. It is 20% off at $7.99, regularly $9.99. What do you guys think?
I immediately thought of Kung Fu Hustle when I saw this. That's probably not the right thing to do or say. I can't help it. I immediately thought of Kung Fu Hustle. The fighting is so over the top that it's just like, honestly, I do find it entertaining. I don't know if I'm willing to buy it yet. But
I think this is like indie developed too, I think.
Oh, okay.
Was this one? It's made by like a single digit amount of people. I could be wrong on that one, but
makes sense.
I mean, it looks interesting. I mean,
no,
I'm not a huge, like fighter guy, but I know some people that are, have taken notice of it who are fighter people.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks interesting, and I gotta say that, it's kind of cool to see more type of fighting games where you're kind of like fighting the masses, but not in a ridiculous style like Prototype was. I like the look of it, and it's really not that expensive. It really isn't. So, sure, bring it.
We just got our first submission.
Oh, where is it?
Oh, from Randark.
Randark.
I see it. Okay.
That's pretty bad.
I'm going to throw it on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't share it, but just...
Oh, I'll save it.
Okay. Next we got Resonance. When a brilliant particle physicist dies unexpectedly, the race is on to secure his new terrible technology before it falls into the wrong hands. The lives of 4 playable characters become entangled as they fight against the clock to find the dead scientist's secret vault. It's 10% off right now, $8.99. It's regularly $10. Is this like an adventure game?
I don't know. That's not the greatest.
You
not
shut
the
your
greatest
face.
thing.
Doom is the adventure fan here.
All right, I'm shutting up. You have
Look,
the stage.
there are as many actually, let me take that back. There's probably the amount of, like, I hear in my hand I have the good ones, and then 90% of the other adventure games are really freaking awful. So, yeah. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know. There's no demo, so I don't know. So
Yeah, this game
it
really
looks
needs a
weird
demo.
though.
I know when you watch the trailer, it does have like it does have some like witty humor. So just sitting here watching it without audio really doesn't do it justice.
The art style kind of reminds me of I don't know, Curse of Monkey Island or something. Kind of what they're going for.
It's true. I like how in their advertisement it's on GOG. It's like goes straight to GOG.
Awkward.
It's a good old game that was released recently. Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody go out there and just watch the trailer. Make up your own mind. we really, God forbid, there would be a demo.
Yeah,
we could actually make up our mind.
No kidding.
Okay. We're going to move on to the next one. It is Inversion, trademarked. Don't just defy gravity, command it. Take on the role of a young father and husband, David Russell, who finds himself thrust into a war when his peaceful city is invaded by an unknown enemy. With his daughters missing and conventional weapons and tactics all but useless, this ordinary cop and his partner, Leo Delgado, no lie, that's what the name is, will rise up and heed the call of duty, master the fundamentals of forces of gravity, and save the world. A massive $39.99 straight out of the bat. All I gotta say is fucking gun swords. Yeah. Everybody has gigantic swords on the front of their guns.
This reminds me of Psyops, but it just doesn't look as good as Psyops was.
Was Psyop the one where you just constantly raised and lowered the earth? Or am I thinking of...
Well, no, you were like a military soldier, and you had like certain abilities that you acquired as you progressed through the game. You had like pyrokinesis, you had telekinesis, all this other stuff. In fact, after you beat the game, you actually get like this sandbox level where you can literally play pool and just like pick it up and throw the ball. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if this would be the same. I don't know. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, like, I don't know, futuristic Time Crisis or something.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, Namco does make that, and I don't know. The dudes kind of look all Tekken-like, too, which is hilarious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it bad that
like...
every time I see the Namco logo, I think, oh shit, there's going to be aliens in it, like space aliens? Like little tiny 8-bit or like 4-bit space aliens. I just cannot see their logo and not think about that. So yeah, then they say they made this game. I'm like, oh, okay.
Looks like it's also kind of been influenced by Gears of War, too.
Yeah, I could see that. A little bit.
No, they have swords, not chainsaws. Big
I'm
difference.
sorry. Oh.
Yeah, because that makes all the difference right there. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to the last game that came out this week, and probably our favorite from what I hear. Wanderlust Rebirth. Wanderlust Rebirth is an online 4-player co-op arcade action RPG set in a uniquely crafted fantasy world, Valandria. I think I got that right. The heroes are summoned to West Haven Arena to prove their worth as heroes of old legend. It's 25% off right now, $7.49. They have a 4-pack, since it is a 4-player online co-op arcade action RPG. Mm-hmm. That is also 25% off at $22.49 and is regularly $30. So, going off that, I have to admit, it does look intriguing. God, I wish they had a freaking demo!
Yeah, this game really should have a demo. Before I get into an actual logical in-depth response to this, I just have to say, Wanderlust Rebirth. Say that with me, guys. Wanderlust Rebirth.
Wasn't that a Slipknot album?
I don't think so. Nonetheless, how could you logically put those names together? I don't know. It just seems wrong to me. That aside, I actually love the look of the game. It's got a nice old school feel to it, and I totally want to do a 15-minute steamer with the three of you on this game. I'm even willing to pay for it. And just be like, let's do this. So.
Do you know what this really reminds me of? Is like an RPG version of like Scott Pilgrim Saves the World or Versus the World or whatever.
A little bit, yeah.
It's got like that whole biff, bop, pow, you know? And it's got the same graphic style.
It also reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever played this. It was a Super Nintendo game from a long time ago called Pocky and Rocky. And you played as like this little Japanese girl and her raccoon pal or whatever, and you fought Japanese mythological creatures and stuff. And it was very intense, like as far as the amount of battles going on and things attacking you.
Wow.
It totally reminds me of that.
I'm totally going to have to check that out now.
Dude, it is such a fun game, and it was really freaking hard. It was one of those Nintendo games that was just, like, impossible to beat. It's on my bucket list.
Now I'm intrigued. See, now Randark's going to go out, and that's going to be his challenge.
Oh, great.
Fuck, am I going to find a copy of that?
Yeah.
Emulator. It was pretty popular.
I love Randark's comment on the. He says, "Uniquely crafted, looks like J-pop to me."
Yeah,
that's funny. That's real funny.
It's an exciting game.
Indeed.
I think I'd be down for a playthrough of this.
I would totally do it. I don't think it'll be too bad, too painful. I think it'll be an interesting experience.
It looks like it runs faster than like Realm of the Mad God too, so it shouldn't be like a really slow game. It should be just like intense in your face.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Randark says he probably has a ROM of Pocky and Rocky already.
There you go. 'Cause Lord knows the Google search is too fucking hard. Alright.
We're gonna revisit our contest real quick. For any of you who have joined recently, by the end of the show, or by the time we start the Steam discussion, you have to go out to this Congregate Games, make the worst looking woman you could possibly make out of this game, and then send us a screenshot to either our Facebook or our Twitter stream.
There's my example of it again on the stream, so you can.
Oh God!
Yeah.
No, don't zoom in.
She looks like Kim Jong-il.
She doesn't
Those
know what
glasses.
to wear. Let's help her.
Stop it! Stop it!
Prom.
We should help her figure out what to wear.
Yay. We'll put a pretty red scarf on
It's
her.
the freaking glasses. That's just so awesome.
Yeah, the glasses makes it. Like an old granny who like got some serum to become young again. And she's like, I'm gonna go back on the town now that I can do it. Yeah.
Okay. Doom, could you actually paste the link back in the stream, and then Scott will change the graphic because Linux.
For the Oriental Beauty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Go ahead, Linux, the next section.
You cheap bastard!
Oh,
Now the 3G's kicking in.
yeah, that
The
was
3G's kicking it down. It's starting to lag a bit. Yeah, we're doing you cheap bastard now.
We couldn't scream too loud because, you know, he might wake up his boss.
I was thinking maybe he was like, he felt lost without the echo effect.
Ah, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay,
You able to
Linux,
handle
go
this,
ahead.
Flex?
Maybe.
Yeah, we lost Linux. All right, I'll go ahead and do this for now.
Okay,
Then.
man.
All right, so we got some deals for Steam games that are outside of Steam, and right now the Mountain Blade Collection is 75% off at Gamersgate, which is interesting because that's also the daily deal going on right now, I think, on Steam itself. So you got two different places that you can buy it at, and it's I think it's the same price too. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if they like buy it and then give it to you. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it.
They
but
don't even
anyway.
mark it up like a penny.
Yeah. We just earned a penny. Yay! As far as the Weekend Madness sales, we got Borderlands, which is on sale. Stupid machine window. Anyway. you. It's on 75% off right now at $7.49. It is regularly $30. This is the Game of the Year edition, so it includes all of the DLC. It is also the free game this weekend, so you can actually load it up, test it out. I think that actually ended at 4 p.m., so you can't do it right now. But
you can pretend like it is.
You could pretend, but honestly, I mean, $7.49 for the entire collection. The game's worth it. It's a lot of fun. They also have it where you can pre-purchase Borderlands 2 for 10% off right now at $53.99. It is regularly $60. So that's definitely worth it if you're really into it. I personally cannot wait for Borderlands 2 to come out. I'm really excited for that. Also this weekend, Orcs Must Die went on sale. It's 75% off at $2.49, where it's regularly $9.99. Has a demo, so you can check it out, play it, have some fun with it beforehand. At the price tag, honestly, you should just buy it. It's freaking amazing. It's got the Game of the Year edition with the 3 DLCs at 75% off as well for $3.24. Again, really good deal. And you can also pre-purchase Orcs Must Die 2 at 10% off at $13.49. It is regularly going to be $15. Again, great deals, and can't wait for that game to come out as well.
So, speaking of cheap bastards, has anybody spent anything since the Steam sale ended?
I bought the pre-order for Sequence. I did. I really am interested to see that game. I was watching like the trailer and the images for it, and I really love the look of it. And I don't know what it is, but I'm one of those people that loves to do music games. It's probably because I'm in bands. I don't know, but like any game that basically uses your music to kind of fuel the content, even if it's kind of a cheap way to build it, but nonetheless, it looks really good. So I'm excited to see it.
Anything to add, Linux, since this was your section? Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah. I bought Borderlands only because I didn't have it for the PC. I had it for the 360, so I wanted to get it for the PC because we were going to do a group huddle on it, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. We still need to do that too, by the way.
Yes.
And then I picked up Orcs Must Die Game of the Year edition as a gift at some point.
Nice. Okay. I guess we'll move on, Doom.
Let's see. No, it's document again. Sorry. Look, I thought you were going to ask me about what games I might have purchased, because I actually did.
Oh, you actually did?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I got Borderlands.
You didn't spend you spent $80 the entire Steam sale somehow.
I have self-control.
I really... All right. I'm sorry. This is going to sound horrible, and I'm really sorry. But you know something's wrong here when you got the gamer gal who's spending less money than the guys. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Like, isn't women supposed to be like the better at shopping, where they can buy tons of great stuff, and then you got the men that are we just want to buy beer. I just find it funny that we are the complete reverse. We're here spending hundreds and hundreds, and you're like, bitch, I only spent $20. Fuck you guys.
I spent like $400.
And then you put out a video of Secret of the Magic Crystal. Hell yeah!
I was forced into that because of the Snuggle Truck rule. I wanted to do that. Although, so far, every person who's watched that video seems to really enjoy it. So I'm glad. I'm glad that ultimately, people are enjoying it. So
I guess since we are changing sections, I'll redo the contest, because we really want to get some awesome submissions for this contest.
Indeed.
Okay, once again, the Grand Theft Auto 4 Fugly contest, okay? Doom is going to paste the Congregate link once again. We love her. And she's awesome at copy-paste. Just awesome. Put that on your resume.
Wait, so I wasn't good at it? What the hell?
Copy paste the shit.
You're controlling
out of
like
things.
knobs and levers and shit, so we don't want to.
You don't want to overwork me.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Remember, this is the worst game, literally the worst game we could find on Congregate. So all you have to do is play the game real quick. Takes like 2 minutes. Create the worst looking character you possibly can. Take a screenshot of just the character and post it to our Facebook or post it to our Twitter stream. And then by the end of the show, by the discussion section, we'll have a real quick discussion to see who we think is the ugliest character, and then that person gets a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Nice.
So, boom, Fugly contest.
Andy has joined us in chat. I'm assuming their Breaking Bad special has ended.
Yes.
We're no longer competing with Geek Culture Happy.
Andy, let us know how your Breaking Bad fest went.
Indeed.
We're gonna move on to. Go ahead, Doom.
LNS Invades. Alright, so... Thank you, I like that. Little trumpet.
With new graphics.
Yeah, with the graphic made by DJ, might
That's
I add.
right. Doom and I had a contest to see who can make a better graphic. We had 20 minutes to make graphics, and this was mine, and then she made She made the one further down. You'll see hers, but...
Yeah. DJ put a clear effort in LNS Invades. That part alone.
Flaming sword and a snuggle truck in the castle.
Your snuggle truck rocks. I just want to go on record and say that game rocks. So yeah, we would invade that game.
Yeah, snug truck.
The first game that we ended up playing this week with a bunch of you guys was Dungeon Defenders. Me, Viper, that short kid, Goggerman XP, aka Ultimate Gamer, and Dragon and Boss all joined in. It was quite the turnout. We had to split the games. A lot of us were like, oh, there's an update. So
yeah.
A lot of us were chilling and installing.
And it wasn't just a small update either. It was like a 4 gigabyte update that you have to initiate manually. It doesn't automatically do it. So
yeah.
That was the worst part about it. So we had a few of us. They're like, man, we haven't played Dungeon Defenders in, oh, fuck.
How many years? But it was really cool. We started new characters, and I don't know, kind of got to witness everyone's unique play style, to put it lightly.
Yeah, well,
I like how you put some highlights in here.
Yeah, it was funny because Ultimate Gamer, aka Gagaman XP, he rage quitted because we lost a level, and he didn't do it dramatically. He kind of did it silently, and all of a sudden we realized, oh, we only have 3 people in our game now. So, Dragon kind of filled the void after that. The whole thing is on video on our YouTube channel, by the way, so you really should check it out. It's a funny video. And I really do apologize because I know there's sections where you start seeing the troll face on there. Because I was getting messages privately, and I didn't want that on the video, so I had to block it out. So I'm really sorry about that, guys.
Whoops.
But no, it was a fun night. Dragon, unfortunately, was having some issues with his mic, so we heard this fucking buzzing sound all night. My ears were killing me by the end of it.
He fixed it when we did Terraria the next night, which was awesome. He's like, this is my rock band mic. We're like, okay, that works.
It clearly works, yeah. Another interesting to note real quick, and I'll let you take over, Doom, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I pulled a DJ and I played a female character.
Oh!
That's me that you're seeing on the live stream right now. I was the one with the gothic pigtails. There you go. There you go, DJ. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Did it have overly large boobs?
No, it's a kid, dude. Come on. Don't be a pedo. Don't be a pedo. Don't be a pedo bear.
The female ranger or hunter or whatever, you do not get the vibe that she's a child.
She clearly hit puberty a little too early. I'm just saying.
Right?
I'm just saying.
That's why I have
Does she bring all the boys to the yard?
Interesting named character of her.
There you go.
But we also played Terraria the next night. DJ was hosting that. I joined in again. Viper was there briefly. He made an appearance, and then he's like, look, guys, gotta go. And
signed in long enough to help me test the permissions and how fucked up they were.
And then Randark and Dipsto. You can see that. You can actually play with us. I guess the server is always up. Is that right, DJ?
It'll be up as soon as we get off this podcast. Let's conserve bandwidth.
It's at terraria.latenightsteamer.com. You can get all the rest of the information from us. I think we posted on the calendar.
And we don't have to worry about anybody stealing our stuff because Depsto already took it.
Did he really?
Yeah. Jerk.
Really?
Seriously, like everything's been cleaned out. I'm like,
oh my god. That little... I'm gonna have words with him.
Yeah, so,
that little...
Yeah.
After playing this, we realized that Randark, there are games that he's terrible at. We nicknamed him the Anchor because he had this just complete magnetic attraction to deep, dark holes that are filled with water. I swear to God, like 15 times we saw Randark is drowned. You know, you're like, oh, again?
And then, to make matters worse, he never carried, like, torches or glow sticks, so he's just like, where the fuck am I? So he's, like, building things, like, to try and get himself out of water. And then you bring a torch into this room, and it looks like an autistic kid was trying to build a house inside. It's just like, what the hell?
All right, so for those who are autistic, you can write hate mail over to Doomkitten.
Thank you. It's doomkitten@gmail.com.
There you go. There you go.
I love this description you put in the doc.
Which one?
Like Randark. You were talking about our compounds.
Okay, you don't think that was creepy?
That was creepy.
It was. But, yeah, you, like, mined only with, like, dynamite and caused lots of dirt clods to rain down on all of us. And and then you were, like, throwing, like, dynamite in one direction. You're like, Lindsay, oh my god, run! And then I would jump over to an area, and then you would put dynamite where I jumped to.
I was seeing if you were paying attention.
Clearly.
But yeah, then Randark, he built a cute little homey hobbit hole inside. Even though that's the wrong game, but, you know, it's okay.
I'm sorry I missed all of it.
And then DJ, yeah, you made this, like, he made this really creepy looking, like 4 or 5 story tall, like windowless home for each NPC with a single table and chair.
I swear to God, that's how you get him. She called it my cult compound, and I'm like, well, yeah, there's a mod for the matching jumpsuits and punch, but you know, we're trying to play, you know, we're trying to play vanilla. So,
oh man, too funny.
Yeah, so we had a blast in that game. That was a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully we could do it again so I can join in on all the craziness.
The shenanigans.
Yeah, because that sounds like you guys had a blast. I had band practice that night. That was the reason why I had to leave. I didn't know I would be able to go on at all, so I was actually kind of happy to pop in and see how you guys are doing and stuff. So
you're like, I can chop a tree. Sweet. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, pretty much. No, that is exactly what happened, because the majority of the time while I was there, DJ was testing his little permissions thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm an admin, but I can't even cut grass.
Well, eventually I was like, just to hell with it, man. Just have fun, griefers, you know. And then next thing you know, Depsto comes in, like, you know, the adoring fan from Oblivion, and it just went all downhill from there.
What are you guys doing? What channel are you on? Where are you?
Yeah.
What are you
And we're all gonna start with new
gonna kill you
characters,
all.
and then suddenly Depsto goes flying over our head with wings and jet boots, and you're just like, okay, well, clearly he didn't get the message. Okay, next week, all week long, LOTRO. We're finally got to the point where we're all just almighty and powerful, and we're going to join up, do some questing together, because next weekend we have our special LOTRO cast, which we're going to cover a little bit later in the show.
Yep.
So all this week, everyone just get out there and play some LOTRO, except for you, Linux.
I feel better.
Yeah.
These bitches. Yeah.
And we'll cover that in a few seconds, because we have an announcement for that too. So
Indeed.
As always, don't forget to check our calendar. It is latenightsteamer.com/calendar. That has everything on it. And you'll be happy to know that we changed it to where it is now listing Eastern Standard Time, not Central Standard Time, because we finally agreed that us Eastern Standard Time guys just can't calculate time like that. So
Yeah, I don't even want to go.
I'll admit, I'm an idiot. So
I don't even want to go on the logistics. I can't believe we had to do this. I really can't.
Well, the fact that even Greenwich Mean Time was discussed is kind of strange. You're like, well, okay, let's get it to EST. We changed it to EST. All right, well, what about GMT? No, we can't do that. We can't math.
Well, the worst part about this whole thing is that this whole time, ever since we started this calendar thing, all the times have been in Central Time. And we have never, ever had an issue up until Linux put up a graphic on our Twitch channel for tonight's episode, and it said 10 Eastern. And it's all of a sudden, like, everybody's like, oh my god, is it 10 Eastern, 10 Central? It's only on 2 fucking calendars! It's on the calendar on our website, and it's on our freaking Steam group. And it still was just not enough for confirmation for these guys to know, okay, it's gonna be 10 p.m. Central. So now we have to go all Eastern now. Because of one freaking mistake.
Yeah, about 8 o'clock, we get a email from DJ. What time are we going on? Is it 10 p.m.
God.
Eastern or 10 p.m. Central?
God.
Well, it's because there was a graphic that was wrong. I'm like, it threw me off. So.
I love you guys, but at the same time, it's like,
I will admit,
goddamn.
us Eastern people are idiots. Just don't
Goddamn.
make us do math. God.
Now I got to change the existing dates on the calendar to Eastern Time. So yeah.
You shut your face.
Yeah. Well, you do it then.
Wow.
Okay, quick update on the contest. Don't forget, we're still accepting submissions. The fuggliest woman you could possibly make in the Congregate game. We've only got a couple so far, so statistically, your chances of winning are quite high.
Yes.
Having said that, let's move on to Ride With Us. I need some exciting music for that. We seriously need some exciting music for this.
That was
Okay.
some cheesy ass music that just played.
Hey, you shut your face. You shut your face.
I
You
liked
do
the
better on a
trumpet
whim.
before.
Okay, this
Go back
week
to
in
fucking
LOTRO,
Nickelback.
we had some high points and some low points. Let's see. Let's start off right here. While wandering the lone lands, Viper died of dysentery.
True story. True story.
Our kinship is flourishing, and we actually do now have finally enough people to play Foursquare on the playground in the Shire.
I'll get the red ball.
Wow.
So delayed.
I thought about that for a second. I'm like, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. While doing the main quest in Breland, I came across a Nagazul. I failed a bowel saving throw and promptly shat my +4 fate satin elven breeches. When we asked for comment on the event, the Nagazul simply replied, "Okay."
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I was wondering what was going to come out of that.
Now you know.
Worth it.
Yeah, see, it's very quiet on my end, so I have no idea how that came across, but
loud.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
it was good. It
It's
was
just
They
like,
got the effect.
Not too bad.
I was
but it's a little
expecting, a belch from you or something, as usual.
Wow.
I got class. Okay. Geek Culture Andy is still dominating the kinship with his power-leveled tune despite still hating the game. And we're totally expecting that he's setting us up for some sort of epic prank involving a cave troll, ironically. Depster was captured by the Black Riders. When tortured, he only said 3 words. Viper! Shire! Balls!
Balls apparently is the theme of this episode. I'm not 100% sure why, but
Because you took the video away. Now everyone's craving it.
I guess. They're craving
Linux.
balls. Sorry, go ahead, man.
Jesus, dude. Okay. Linux finally joined into LOTRO. Did you guys see that? He actually joined.
Yeah.
And he made it about an hour into the intro quest before stating, "Fuck this, gonna go drive some trains."
Yep. I can totally envision that.
Let's see, Fondre's character, Fondole, who hasn't been seen in weeks online, has surfaced again with a huge white handprint across his face. He isn't talking about it, but we suspect treachery is afoot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't trust him, is what we're saying. Let's see, Doomkitten started a scrap with another female gamer over some gold ore in the Midgewater Marsh. The mud wrestling match that ensued pushed several dozen nerds watching to have a nerdgasm heart attack. She and the other lady was banned from the server for 2 weeks until the autopsy reports come back. When asked for a comment on it, Doomkitten simply said... Okay.
I'm a Nazgul infiltrating their ranks, apparently.
Apparently.
I didn't realize I killed the girl, too. Wow. That escalated quickly.
Now you killed all the nerds watching the mud wrestling.
Oh.
That's who you
okay.
killed. Okay.
It's even worse.
Joygasm.
Lastly, I figured out that if you take the map of Middle-earth and you draw lines across Breeland and all the cities surrounding Bree, it actually forms a large pentagram. And strangely enough, if you do the same thing to the Shire, it forms the Shocker.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
that was our updates for the week.
Wow. How do I follow that up? Good lord. If you too want to join the Pentagram Shocker, you
That was even worse. That's totally why I went out and actually downloaded that.
Oh
Oh my god.
All right. If you want to join us on LOTRO, the game is free to play. It absolutely costs you nothing to download and play it, so definitely do so. You can do it right in the Steam client. When you do, you gotta go through the intro quests first, beat those, and then you can message either me or DJ, and we will get you in the kinship in-game. You can message us on Steam, by the way, and we'll get you in that way. You could find one of us online. If you can't find me or DJ, we got several officers that can send you invites, so we can get you in one way or another.
Yes.
We have a forms section for classes and professions needed. Right now, tanks is kind of a big thing, even though Andy's like going crazy on his. Good lord. I at one point I was the top level character, and then all of a sudden I had to take a break this week to focus on my show, and then he was just like, "Bam! What's up now, bitch?"
What level is he?
He's past the 30 mark. I'm pretty sure about that. Andy, why don't you go ahead and let us know what level you are while I'm doing this here.
Jesus.
And lastly,
29?
is he 29?
Start playing
Nice.
again.
I think I'm only at 26, but nonetheless, we are trying to be on Mumble while we're playing, and please God, for the sake of our lives, so that way we don't hear that DJ sound effect anymore. Use push to talk. We will love you long time for it, honestly. So yeah, and that's it. And then remember, this week we are hitting it up hard. Hitting it up real hard. We're going to do as much LOTRO as we possibly can.
Yes.
And DJ, why don't you explain why?
Well, I'm happy to say next weekend on, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, next Saturday night, August 3rd, we're doing a dual cast with the Geek Culture Happy Hour. Basically, what's going to go down is we are going to just fucking nerd out on some Lord of the Rings. They're going to cover on their show the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring movie. In the end, they're going to just do it, GCHH style, where we just break down the whole thing, the pluses, the minuses, the directions, the cinematography, you name it, right? That's going to be a fantastic conversation. Yeah, and Geek Culture Andy is saying that he's already expecting 7 hours of of blowhardy incoming is what he's saying.
Giggity.
And then Fondre says we're going to need some fluffers. Yeah, okay.
You can already tell how this show's going to go.
It's going to be fantastic.
Indeed.
And Lennox has decided that he was actually going to step down for this show. So no soundboards.
No soundboards.
So we got that. We got that going for us. Anyway,
I love how you say that as a pro instead of a con. Way to make him feel loved, man. Way to make him feel loved.
Once we get done discussing the Fellowship of the Ring, then we're going to switch over to our channel and we are going to discuss LOTRO. So we're going to break that down our style and all sorts of shocker pentagrams and you name it. So it is going to be a fantastic night. And so definitely get out on our forum, get out on their forums, check out everything. Definitely tune in next week. If you love Lord of the Rings. If you hate Lord of the Rings, then just don't listen. We'll see you on the 10th.
No. You really should check out the show. I mean, we love Geek Culture Happy Hour. We're really good friends with them, and I can say certainly that I speak for all of us when I say that we're extremely excited to do this dual cast with them. They do a very good job for what they do. I mean, for a podcast that doesn't have like a set topic, they bounce between topics. They do a fantastic job, and they really do deserve all forms of love. So it's going to be a blast. Can't wait for it. And we did talk about how we were going to try and limit the time, but honestly, I'm pretty sure Andy's correct. We'll probably be done with the episode by 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Eastern time.
Thank you.
Gotta make sure we always use fucking Eastern now. Anyway. But yes, we're really excited, and I strongly advise, even if you're not big on the Lord of the Rings franchise, you should check out the show anyway. You're gonna love the humor, because when me and Foundry get together, madness ensues. Madness ensues, let me tell you. So we may or may not actually discuss Lord of the Rings that night. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it, like, when they get to their section where they say thumbs up or thumbs down, there better be fucking 5 thumbs up or someone's getting fucking stabbed. I'm just saying. Give me some like nerd rage, and okay, I won't make a Colorado joke here.
Oh,
okay. We're not going to go there.
Oh, wow, dude.
Way too.
You went there by mentioning it.
I went there. Okay, go ahead, Doom. Take us out of here.
Recover us, please.
All right, moving on. We're going to go into new school, old school. Viper, why don't you start us off? What have you been playing?
I actually have been playing a little Lone Survivor. I kind of got the game on recommendation of DJ, and then after I actually got it, DJ was like, it wasn't exactly what I thought. I'm like, oh, now you fucking tell me. But I've been playing it, and you know what? Honestly, I really am enjoying it. It's like a point-and-click adventure without the point-and-click aspect of it. You gotta find these little items, and you gotta basically kind of build up your, broken-ass house. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic type of game that plays off that these monsters have been mutated, or these humans have been mutated into monsters because of a disease, and it's like Silent Hill meets Resident Evil meets an NES system. It's a really interesting type of gameplay environment, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Obviously, we did some Dungeon Defenders, which was a lot of fun, despite the audio issues. And Leopard Keeper, God damn it, he's lucky I love his ass. He gifted me a copy of Secret of the Magic Crystal, and it was funny because when I started recording this, Terraria was like, "Oh, you're copying me." And I'm like, "No, trust me, it's not on purpose." I gotta say that I tried so hard to enjoy this game because I got sick and tired of like, "Oh, you're gonna make me fucking do Torture 2 videos." I'm fine. I'm gonna like this game. I'm gonna force myself to like it. And it ended up being my best video because it was a really, really hard thing to do to enjoy that game.
I'm just saying, I think it was like 3 minutes and 10 seconds in, you're stroking the horse. You make some sort of a Mr. Hand Randark joke, and then bam, suddenly the horse matures with an erect unicorn horn. I'm just like, what? This is just twisted. So
There's many points in that video where like even I watched it afterwards and went, "Oh my god, this is more painful watching it than doing it." But no, it's
like
a good
horse
video.
shocker though.
Oh yeah, it's not a pentagram shocker up the horse, so no. God, anyway.
Well then.
But no, it's an interesting video, and I strongly suggest you guys check it out. So.
All right. Well, Linux, how about you? What have you been playing?
Played some Train Simulator 2012 this week, and
Hell
LOTRO.
yeah!
That's about it.
Choo
All
choo,
right.
bitch!
Anything to add, like new discoveries with Train Simulator that DJ hasn't mentioned yet?
Not really, but if you do all the tutorials, at least the list of tutorials that I had, it took like an hour and a half just in the tutorial.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The most frustrating thing is fucking hooking up the other cars. We're just like, go get this car. And you're like, shit, I gotta move the train forward and backward now. Are you playing with simple or advanced controls?
Advance.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it, man.
I fucking do simple. Fuck that shit.
What is,
You just want
what's
to wreck
the
the
difference? It's just more levers and buttons.
Pretty much,
many.
yeah. It
Too
adds, I
many.
think it adds like 2 more levers.
That's 2 more than I want to deal with.
Oh goodness.
It's a fun game, but I fuck that. I'm not gonna add extra levers.
It's like,
Okay.
imagine getting in a car and there's only a gas pedal. And you're just like, okay. And then like you get into the next car and it's like gas, brake, clutch, gear shifter, you know? You're just like,
Windshield wiper.
Yeah, exactly.
That are useless.
How about you, DJ? What have you been playing?
Well, I don't know if this still counts as new, but it's new for me. I've been playing the single-player campaign of Modern Warfare 3, and do not invite me to play multiplayer because I don't care about that. Just want to throw that out
Noted.
there. I do not play multiplayer
I'll kick your ass in multiplayer.
first-person shooter games because I just don't care.
Because he sucks.
I have been playing LOTRO, of course. I laid into that all day today. Of course, we played Terraria. I played some Choplifter HD, and I think it was Leopard was telling me to mow down some of the... It was either Leopard or Andy. He was telling me to squash the stupid news crew guy. I did do that, but I crashed my helicopter in the process. And I am horrendously stuck in Breath of Death 7. I'm just like, I'm so perplexed. I'm like, I got so turned around in some dungeon, and I just can't find my way out. And of course, that game, if anybody finds a FAQ online, dear God, let me know where it is, because I don't know how to get out of this section.
Oh
I'm just gonna have to I think I'll write the company and we'll see what they say. Be like, I can't find my way out of your dungeon. Help me. Okay, go ahead.
For new games, I just played Dear Esther today. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sure as you guys recall,
This could go either way.
I was just going to say, wait a minute, which way was that? Is that good or bad?
This is a good oh my god.
Well,
or a
shut
bad
the
oh my
fuck up and we'll find out.
as some of you may recall, Dinner Date, right? Remember
Yeah.
how great that game was? Well, this is like the sequel to it. It is a British guy rambling on about things that we don't know what he's talking about, and you just walk the whole time.
Hater. Hater.
Hater. Okay, you played it?
Dude, he was trying to convince me to buy it. He was just like, dude, this is great. And like, I don't know, something told me, don't do it, dude.
Because DJ said it was good, I bought it. So now I'm going to have to go
fantastic.
play this crap.
It was
I don't
fantastic.
know. Well, you get a story, a new story each time you play it. So
Did you
I
think
don't
you
know.
were gonna get? Did you think you were gonna go into that game thinking it was gonna be like Call of Duty or something?
No, God, no.
What were you
I
thinking
read.
when you fired it up?
I was thinking it was going to be something sort of like Myst or something. I don't know, but what I got was very strange. Like the visuals were really, really cool, but and the soundtrack was decent, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a plebeian. I don't understand what the game was trying to get across to me, but I don't know. Did it end the same way for you with the tower?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ruin
I don't
it.
know.
Don't ruin it.
Oh God.
Hater.
That
She's just handing
does
out
not ruin it.
haterade. Don't listen to her. Okay.
Haterade.
Sipping
What
on it.
else were you
I
playing?
don't know. I'm entitled to my opinion. Okay.
Haterade.
You
Clearly.
liked it. I'm meh.
You're totally
but-
entitled to your wrong opinion.
Okay. All right. I'll remember this, DJ. But old games, Dungeon Defenders with everybody. Portal 2 co-op with my boyfriend, which really wasn't that cooperative. We haven't gotten very far.
That's alright, I'm still trying to start my Portal 2 fucking Let's Play, so...
I'll play with you.
Now, you remember
And
this
then-
Dear Esther review? Is they're on my list, if you know what I mean.
Your
I'm gonna make you eat that with those words.
I knew I was gonna get some flack for that, but I don't know.
I have to say, you're gonna make her eat Esther? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, that was too far. I'm gonna turn away from that. Why don't you tell us what else you're playing?
That's pretty much everything. I kind of mentioned it.
Oh, well, I suck at life.
Yeah. way to pay attention.
I know. We got some in chat I want to mention. Please, if I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry. Brokes says that he's been playing Oriental Beauty and Diablo 2, and he actually meant Diablo 3, actually. So, Diablo 3, awesome, by the way. I just bought a Diablo 3 t-shirt last week. And,
Nice.
yeah, I fucking love Diablo 3, so that's awesome. Myfo says, this week I didn't have time to play anything, just one game, and that's Dota 2. Hell yeah, Dota 2's a fun game. I still have yet to be actually loaded up, which I'm sad about, but I'm loving all the video content that I can see for it, and I love Dota, the original one, so rock and roll.
I think
See,
that's
now, is when we need Linux to play a clip of the Dota song or something.
Oh god, I forgot about that song. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to load that up afterwards now. I'm totally gonna have to do that.
Has anybody been watching our Facebook page to see for submissions?
I have.
Okay.
There's none yet on our Facebook. So
I think we've only got one.
we've gotten
Only
3.
seen one.
We have?
Yeah, we've gotten 3. We got one from Randark. We got another one from Brokes, and then we got another one from Myfo.
Okay.
I have all of them. I'll load them up on the stream. So
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay, Linux. What is our Shady Earl this week?
This week we did callofduty.com, and that
Hell yeah.
became 49 exploit begin. Boobs. DJ points out, this explains a lot.
I don't get that. DJ, could you kind of elaborate that a little bit? Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know.
I'm just. This is why I don't play multiplayer.
Because of
Exploit
boobs.
begin. Boobs.
Boobs prevent you from playing multiplayer.
No,
Is that what it
that's
is?
what I think the mentality of these multiplayer gamers are. It's like, oh, boobs.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
And then it's all about the exploits. That's all you hear about is Modern Warfare exploits. So.
Oh, that's everywhere. Every game you play, there's always somebody who complains about exploits. But no, let me tell you something. And I've played on both versions of this, so I know what I'm talking about. On the Xbox 360 version, when you're playing Modern Warfare 3 online, it's not so much of you playing a game, it's so much you questioning your sexuality. Because for some reason, everyone seems to think that if you fail, oh, you must be gay. And then I love it because every now and then you do get that random gay guy who actually is murdering people, and he's like, oh, that's because you're straight. Anyway. But, seriously, it's more of a question of your sexuality when you play on Xbox 360. And then, of course, you got the little kids, and then you got the female gamers who sound like little kids, and then they get mad at you if you call them a little kid, and it blows up into just an enormous pile of a shitstorm. When you play on PC, you don't have that problem. You have people that honestly want to play the game, and there's you get the few people that trash talk and chat, and they'll be dicks. But for the most part, most games are filled with people that just want to fucking play. And that's why I will always be more of a PC gamer than a 360 gamer, because every time I'm done with a 360 gameplay session, I always feel like I'm half the man I used to be. So it's ridiculous. So that's just my rant per se.
That was good.
Although it's good. Yeah.
So I just looked at the 3 submissions so far.
Where are the other 2?
They're not
Where am I
ugly
missing
enough.
I can't.
They're making me sad.
We got Brooks. Randark posted it in chat, I believe.
I was hoping
And
they were
then,
uglier.
no, it's here. It's here. It's from a Dropbox. It doesn't show up on there. But Myfo and Brooks both sent it through Twitter. I'm seeing them.
Yeah, all 3 went through Twitter.
I'm gonna pull up Safari.
I love.
Scott, yeah, it looks like Annie agrees with you.
Yeah, I love Andy. He's like, oh look, Scott just inadvertently explained why I'm a PC gamer. There you go. There you go. I'm glad that I'm not alone in this.
No, definitely not.
Myfo says the only good thing on Xbox 360 is the Halo games, and that aren't on PC. I'm really confused as to why they haven't done that yet. The last Halo game that they released on PC was Halo 2. PC gamers are so far behind on the Halo franchise, and there's just... I know why they're doing it. They want you to spend money on the 360 to ultimately buy the Halo games. I get that. Trust me, I do. But, so much money was lost for Bungie and ultimately whatever developer that they had to port it over by saying, no, fuck PC, we're not going to give them that game.
It was
just stupid.
It was weird
It's
because
stupid.
Gears of War did the same thing. They came out with Gears of War 1 for the PC, and then Gears 2 came out, and they're like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Okay, we're not going to do 3. So it's ridiculous. It really is. But now, again, personal opinion. So are we moving on? I guess we.
Well, do we want to do the voting real quick?
Well, it's not the end of the show.
No, we're not.
Fine.
The show. But
Well, all right.
This is
Go
the
ahead.
this is the second submission for the graphic contest that we had.
Well, this is the end of the submission.
Oh, are we done? We're not taking any more submissions?
I think I said by the beginning of the Steam discussion.
Yeah.
Got like 4 people. I don't think we're gonna get too many more, unless there's like some sort of magic invisibility mode on Twitch.
Well, then let's go ahead and do that. Then I'm stupid. I didn't listen to that part. I'm sorry. I failed you guys.
So it really comes down to: do we like the yellow pearl headband?
Well, here, I'm gonna put them on. This one that I'm putting on the live stream right now is from Brooks, and we can kind of discuss it as we talk now. It's got the yellow beads, and I gotta say, there's so many colors. It's conflicting. It's so conflicting. So there you go. Let's go ahead and show the next
is there
one
like
here.
some sort of weird stain in her cleavage? Am I?
No, that's a tie.
Oh, okay.
That's
I don't know what that was. I'm just saying.
I like that better. This was from
That
Myfo.
option.
This was from Myfo, and I love how they clipped it. It kind of looks like she's wearing an overly sized pirate hat.
Yeah, it does.
It's pretty funny. I really have to admit that's pretty funny. So.
Again with the green eyeshadow, though.
Yeah.
Geek culture, and he's like, "Is that Gidget the flying nun?"
Nice. All right.
She looks like she's wearing Starburst wrappers around her neck. So
Yeah.
Now, this is Gidget the frying nun.
And this one is from Randark. That could not be like more Asian middle school.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to hell.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's...
Scott, what's your email for hate mail?
Actually, you could send hate mail directly to the late night steamer at gmail.com. That does go to me. So
God damn it! Now we all have to read it.
yeah, I want you all to fucking read that. It's probably gonna be good. It's probably gonna be good.
Okay, so we got the yellow beaded headband with questionable stain on the cleavage. We got the questionable pirate hat lady. And then we got pretty fly for a white guy sunglasses here with the matching patch.
So now that we know what all 3 of them look like,
Yeah. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do this like midstream, so I'm so sorry, guys. But like, I'm gonna try and fit this all here so you guys can see everyone. See if this will work. I don't know. I don't know.
No, this might work. There's potential here.
There's potential for goodness. That's about as good as I can get without completely overlapping. So here you go. You guys can pick out which ones you want.
Okay, so top left, bottom left, and right. That'd be 1, 2, and 3. So let's all vote.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
Man.
Because
I gotta
see the
say that
stream.
I like the bottom left one.
Really?
I like the bottom left one. It's something about the pea-colored beads across her head for some reason really get me.
Terrible beads.
Such an awkward color. Who puts that on their head?
The pea colored beads and the white stain on the front just works perfectly.
They're
Yeah.
feathers. It's not a stain.
Then you know
Which is
this
even more
from-
weird.
Oh.
Why is she wearing feathers?
But yeah, the one I picked, the bottom left, that was from Brokes. So
I think you talked me into that. I was aiming more for Randark's because it's just the sunglasses.
the glasses, yeah, the
glasses are
glasses,
killing me.
the glasses
You're
are pretty
right. That
ridiculous.
headband is just creepy. It's like they chipped away tar from like cigarette teeth, and
Well,
made
I
it
want to
into
show you something. The craziest aspect of this is if you look at the top right of the beat set, or actually the top left of it, it's not even really on her head. It's poor cropping and clipping on there because like it could not be so off-centered, and that's why I'm like, oh my god. And like, don't get me wrong, a fair point. I think my foes ultimately had the same thing with the pirate hat. The pirate hat was like ridiculously off. Go over here. If you look at that one, let me adjust that up. Yeah, I mean, the pirate hat is clearly not even on. It like hangs off the right side. Arr, I be too stupid to put on the pirate hat properly.
Hang on.
Oh my god.
Let me read it. She doesn't know what to wear. Let's help her.
It never ends.
All right. So which one are you picking, man?
Are we? Who didn't vote? Doom.
I don't. Doom. I
you
don't
didn't
think you
vote.
picked one.
Oh.
Does the bottom left? Does it really scream?
God.
Wow. And to think, I thought I was missing my soundboard. I didn't even need it this week.
No,
Hey,
DJ's
no.
compensating, clearly.
Picked up the slack.
Yeah.
So we have top left is the nun. Bottom bottom left is Brooks, right?
Yeah.
And then who's on the right?
The one on the right is Randark.
Okay. I don't
You
know.
just said that like
Is there-
that's Randark's picture of himself.
Yes, that is actually what Randark looks like.
Now you see why he was asked to leave the army. I don't really know that.
Randark, you can
He's
find
he's
DJ
the
in
clinger.
Cincinnati.
He's the clinger of the army.
All right. Well, I'll just since I won't. I don't know. Have you guys is there an even amount of like votes for things so there's not going to be some awkward stalemate?
No, just pick something.
No. I think it's the hideous glasses with the bow and starburst necklace wrappers and then some frock about her shoulders.
Something. Yeah,
And then she has red eyes.
The one-
And
Randark's
yeah.
picture just screams YOLO, but
Oh, God.
I'm sort of glad I did vote for the yellow necklace because that would have been a stalemate if I would have went with Randark. So.
Gotcha. So then it is the piss beads our winner.
I think so.
All right. So congratulations to
We got the
Brooks.
sirens.
Welcome to Chicago, by the way. Yeah, welcome to Chicago, by the way.
Celebration sirens.
Yeah, celebration sirens.
That was perfect timing.
So,
wasn't it?
ladies and gentlemen, our winner Our winner is Brooks. You win a copy of GTA 4, and we can take a great look at this woman here with piss-colored beads.
Brooks, you have to friend me on on Steam. Go into our late night steamer group. Find me near the top, probably right at the first line, and friend me, and I will send you the game tonight.
There you go. All right.
That was a fantastic contest.
That was terrible. Really awesome. You are the wiener. Yes. And I got another siren coming too. So that's more celebratory of this. All right. I'm like doing this midway through here. Sorry, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Steam discussion. We have a crying baby in this image.
What is that? Oh, I was like, that is so tiny.
Yeah, I know. I'm fixing it. Leave me alone.
Apparently she didn't get the 16 by 9
format. Easy enough to, remove ratio, even the EA logo is kind of funny. So yeah, our Steam discussion this week, and I'll go ahead and I'll paste this into chat. It says, EA claims that a game going on sale for 75% or more devalues the game. Is this EA being EA, or is there an actual point to this? Now, we've had a week now to kind of discuss this off channel and look at certain things, and I know that all you guys have a certain amount of research you want to go ahead and point out. So who wants to go first on this?
Wait, we were supposed to research this?
Good job, DJ.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, since you said that, you're going first.
You know what's funny? This exact subject, I've seen dozens of articles pop up all week long saying that no, it actually helps it. Like, there are so many publishers out there that said that there were several of them that even said that they made more money during their 75% off sale than they did on, like, launch day of their title.
Nice.
So it completely destroys EA's point. I mean, when these publishers are just raking in cash like it's Christmas time. I mean, it's like it's Black Friday, but it's the Steam summer sale.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else want to go before I go on my whole rant? Because I got a rant for this.
I have a teeny thing to add, but
okay.
I'll add more later. But I don't know. People have I don't know. It's like one of the biggest unanswered questions in marketing for like years, like over 2 decades at least. It's the whole everyday low pricing versus promotions argument. And
True.
so many people have argued over it, whether or not it works or not. And I don't know, economists and mathematicians probably have to go through a lot of transaction data to, to see the behavior of like changes over time, just because promotions change and stuff like that. So it's like it's really hard to say. You can't really know for sure, at least not without like looking at the data later on, like multiple years. So personally, I'm in the ring that it helps it. And I mean, if Steam really thought that I don't know, those 75% off sales for like Portal and Portal 2 or whatever game that Valve has released, that it cheapened the intellectual property, they wouldn't do it. So obviously, they're in the belief set that it doesn't. So anyway, I'll collect my thoughts further. I didn't know we had to actually prepare.
Wow.
I was joking.
Well, you guys, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Doomkitten's like, shit, I just gotta be here. I didn't know I have to do fucking research. The hell? No. I'm messing with you. Linux, you said you had something for this too. Why don't you go ahead and take the floor.
I did a little bit of research this week on this topic as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, at least one of us did.
I did too.
Well,
Fuck you guys.
So, I have a hard time with EA's claim. And it's actually not even just their claim. One of the higher-ups of GOG.com they also came out with pretty much the same statement that EA came out with, claiming that it's hurting the game market, in a whole. And then I was reading all these different things about the Steam sale from some of the developers saying, hey, making record profit. So it's hard to say which way exactly it goes.
Well, I might point out, though, that GOG, I mean, I love them to death, and they fit a perfect niche market.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, they don't put out... They really are not the go-to platform for brand new games. So I can see from their standpoint, they think that it would hurt them. But, I don't know.
Yeah, and another thing about GOG, too, is that a lot of their prices are like $5.99, $9.99, so they really can't do 75% off on a lot of their games.
True.
Why would they?
They're already pretty cheap to begin with, so I can understand why they would say that.
And, and EA's claiming you'll never see these deals on Origin and stuff like that. But here's...
Because nobody uses it.
Yeah, well, that.
Oh!
But the whole discussion they also stated, because I read an interview topic with this in it, and they were claiming there was going to be 20 to 40 million users within X amount of time frame. I said, yeah, that's never going to happen. But it's just they don't. I would be interested to see where the money gets split. Like when Steam does these big sales, do they just take that off, from their side, and they just pass whatever money's made over to the developers, or do they keep a small portion of it still?
Well, I'm sure it's percentage of sales. They get maybe a 10% kickback or something like that, or probably even less. I don't know.
But
I'm not even going to pretend to know. But I'm assuming that regardless of the sale, the percentage doesn't change. It's part of the agreement with the publisher.
Yeah. So it kind of, they both win. If that stays true that way, they both win. But EA saying that it's wrecking the gamers. They're not buying these great titles when they first come out. Well, if it's such a great title, people are still going to buy it when it first comes out, whether they know in 3 or 4 months it's going to be 20 or 30, 50% off, whatever the sale may be. But
absolutely.
But that's the problem with this market currently, is they're producing games at $60 a game. And to be honest, it's not what games used to be. So the value's not really there that they're calling that's there, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But it's just, and they're like, well, you fill in, people aren't playing games like they used to. They'd pick up this game for $2 and it would just sit there in their library. Well, that's true, and they make that claim, but at the same time, from the developer point, who the hell cares if they're playing it or not, really? They get the money for it.
That is true.
Yeah.
And if they're on Steam, they're not reselling it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And that's, EA came out with this whole kind of claim back when GameStop or EB Games, whatever it was at the time, when they started, allowing you to trade games in, and they would sell them. Because when they resell games, none of that goes to developers or anything.
No, that goes straight to the store.
Yeah. So I see their point on that topic, that the developers get no kickback, but when Steam does these crazy sales, developers still get a kick of it, and I'm supposing Valve gets a kick of it too still, but it's kind of a win situation versus where you go in a GameStop and you're somebody, that same person's not going to buy a game that is buying the Steam sale game, isn't going to go buy it full price in the store. They're going to go to the used section of the store anyways.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that you brought that up, because that was ultimately what I was going to bring up with this whole situation, because I can see where EA is coming from. I don't agree with it, mind you, but I see the perception that they have on this.
Yeah.
They're so anti-used games right now that they're even charging people who buy their games used $10 to play it online.
Yep.
You have to buy yourself an online key to basically play a game if you did not originally own it to play it. Now, the main reason why they do this is, like you said, when you buy a used game from GameStop, that money goes straight to GameStop. The developer doesn't see that. Nobody sees that. Ultimately, it's money that they pocket. And that's the big issue here, that they seem to be kind of thinking in their mind that ultimately, if you buy a game on discount, well, then you must be buying it used, and they're looking at it as money lost.
Yeah.
Because EA is dare I use any derogatory phrase in that regard, but they're cheap. But nonetheless,
you look at EA. I mean, their major titles are all sports titles. What do they do every fucking year? All they do is update the roster in these sports titles and resell it at full value.
Full value. Yeah, no roster updates or anything. It's full freaking value. $60 for Madden 12, and another $60 for Madden 13. It's like, come on, man.
And it's, you know, every like 4 or 5 years they do a overhaul on the engine or something. But other than that, it's the same gameplay for 4 or 5 years with just roster updates.
I do gotta point out though, I am sort of a somewhat fan of their Battlefield series, but that could start flame wars.
No.
And
it's fine.
It's a worthy game though. You have to admit.
No, and that's completely fine. I mean, if we start going into a Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 3,
but
we'll start a huge argument here. We don't need to do that.
Those games aren't the games that make EA all their money. It's the sports titles that make them all their money.
Oh yeah, definitely. But no, I mean, my point is with this whole thing though is that EA is so on the defense because of used games that they look at these sales, these 75% offs and all that, and they look at it as they're losing money.
Yeah.
They're not looking at it as we're giving a great discount to the consumer. They're looking at it as we just lost money from our fucking pocket, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, no, go ahead.
From what I looked up, it's like
just now.
Not earlier. I had a bunch of tabs
just
open.
now.
I didn't read them, but price elasticity of demand. For economics, like just sort of researching the, do you make more money off of the initial sales or more when things are cheaper? But economists say that your per unit profit actually goes up since variable costs are so low. So it's like, I don't know, either David Martini, the senior VP, is stupid or he's a liar.
Probably.
I don't know.
Let's go ahead and read some comments off of chat real quick before we continue this. Broke says, well, EA is the devil, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's not just. You got to look at it. It's not just EA that's making this claim. It's everybody else that's in this online download your games, digital market is making the same claim that Steam is crazy out of their minds for doing these deep discounts.
I hate to bring this up, but we totally should have had Fondre on for this because isn't he like the economist of us all?
Supposedly.
I saw him discuss the freaking Diablo 3 on live action.
Oh yeah, the auction
for
house.
Half an hour.
Yes.
Half an hour of talking about
buy
the
low,
house.
sell high. Yeah,
I didn't even play Diablo.
I missed that. I gotta go listen to that.
yeah, he was quite the economist for Diablo apparently. So in a post-apocalyptic world, you want Foundry on your side because he will make sure that you got what you want. Continuing to read comments off of chat, speaking of which, Foundry says, plus it's a chance to get old franchises exposure before they release a sequel. So that's a good point to make. If you want to give your older game a kind of a revamp or a refresh of sorts, get that out there, let people play that, ultimately to kind of build up hype for the sequel. That's
like
a fantastic
Borderlands.
thing too.
Not only the older games, but all these indie games that nobody would ever discover. You get that into more people's hands than it would normally
Just look
get.
at Snuggle Truck. God bless Snuggle Truck.
God bless.
I mean, because I bought basically every single indie pack except for one. So I mean, like, I would have never gone out and bought each one of those games individually. Mm-hmm. Because there was one or two per pack that I liked, but I'd have been crazy not to buy just the whole pack, and it gives all of them money. So.
Geek Culture Andy says it's just price tiering. Some people will pay $20 on release, others will pay $5 after it's been out for 6 months. Another fair point.
I am that guy.
I'm one of those people myself. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, people fail to realize that, I don't know, if someone isn't willing to put down $60 in the first, like, 3-4 months that a game has come out, they're probably not going to buy it at all. So really, like, why are you crying about it?
Yeah. Let's see. Just a lot of Battlefield talk on chat right now, too, as well. We did spawn it.
To one of my
and Doom One Chance.
My points is if it's a good game, like Diablo 3, I'm not going to wait till it goes on sale. I bought it day of launch. You know, I'm a person that's into the Gears of War franchise. When the next Gears of War comes out in a couple months, I'm going to buy that on launch day. So it's just, you know, it's and you know when Halo 4 comes out, I'll probably wait till I see it on the used section and buy it off the used section.
There you go.
It's just what it's what you prefer. You know what kind of game you like, what you like to do.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately though, when it comes to the point that EA was trying to make, they're ultimately with the perception, and it's just like buying used games, that not as much money is going to developer, versus how Steam actually does look at it. You know, they're getting a slight percentage of the sales, but ultimately it is still money that is going into the developer's pocket. It is not money that is being put into the store itself.
Yeah.
And so developers are still making money even through these sales.
And one of EA's claims was that they would never go anything more than 50% off a game title. So, but here's does that mean to get your game on Origin, do EA get more percentage than Steam? You know what I mean? It's a percentage game. They're looking at it as, you know, Steam can look at this and say, well, we're going to get X amount of people to buy this that normally wouldn't buy it, so we'll kind of make up our loss there. But then EA looks at it saying, well, we want to make more money. So,
which is pretty much what they say with everything.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And not to, I mean, could you imagine during the Steam summer sale, could you imagine the bill for their crushing bandwidth that Steam used?
Oh my god, dude. That's got to be crazy.
I mean, think about that. Everybody logs in at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Like basically right at noon, if you try to go onto the store, we made the joke on it right here on the show. It's like, forget about it. Heavy load. Sorry, you're gonna have to come back later. So, yeah.
What I found interesting with this set of sales is that they allowed people to vote on their own, which was for these. You got 3 titles to choose from every 8 hours, which is kind of cool. And then they also did badge things, so it kind of made people look into it more. So that tells you that it doesn't get the high traffic that EA is talking, like people are just buying everything up randomly. So
Myfo brought up a pretty interesting point. He says the funniest thing is how EA said that the summer sale is bad for everyone, and then they go and they make their own summer sale on Origin.
Well, I mean, you heard about their news announcement or something like, our aim is to be better version of Steam.
They are very ballsy when it comes to their communications. They blatantly will point out Steam. Every time that they talk about Origin, they will blatantly point out Steam. They'll point out their flaws in the beginning and be like, we're not doing anything that they haven't already done. And they are so quick to kind of throw that name in there whenever they talk. They're not hiding it.
Yeah.
And I got to give them kind of a little bit of credit for that, because, certain other types of distributing softwares, they try to separate themselves. They go, we're trying to be unique. It doesn't really happen. But Origin's like, yeah, we're fucking ripping them off, and we're trying to make more money while doing it.
Yeah.
So you got to give them credit for being ballsy like that. But, and I hate to say this, but there's also a slight counterpoint to this, and I really don't mean to side with EA, but there is certain limitations to how those discounts should be applied. I mean, you got some of these bundles that gave 80 to 90% off, and that is a really big discount. And in the beginning, you kind of look at it and it's like, oh, that's a great deal, that's fantastic. But then, I'm not going to lie, there's been times where I would want a game. I would put it on my wish list and be like, yes, at some point I'm going to buy this. And I'll think to my head, fuck, why am I going to buy it now? It's probably going to be 75% off on some sale coming out. And that's kind of... I'm spoiled by Steam.
Okay,
I'm not going to lie.
The Railworks guys, they were one of the ones that had 90% off their entire thing. And
Dude, wasn't that...
They made out like bandits, because let's look at it this way. Their game is... It's expensive at normal price, and nobody would buy it. And then suddenly it's like $3. Everybody went out and bought it, and now everyone's going to be like, okay, if like 1% of everyone that bought that goes out and buys like one piece of DLC for like a $20, train or an engine or whatever, they win.
Yeah.
I mean, their community is all DLC.
I don't remember
DLC.
I don't remember what full pack, but there was one full pack like one day that was ridiculous. It was like $800 and something dollars. Yeah, and it was $50. So how do you...
probably the Railworks.
I think it was. I think it was the complete package one day, and it was just ridiculous. But how that in that aspect, how do you make money though? Is a good question. I mean,
that's last year's analogy.
Yeah, you got to read that.
It sounds to me like high school. Steam is that pretty skinny girl with many friends, and Origin is that overweight girl with the mullet that is planning to kill the skinny girl. I like that. That's really good.
That kind of sounds like their clients, so pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Mypo said earlier, yeah, but do they really expect people with thousands of dollars invested into Steam to ultimately switch over to Origin? That's a fair point, too. I mean, if you got a relatively extensive library, you're not going to start going to Origin full time.
I mean,
But an interesting point, though, and I think I touched on this on an episode before, EA has decided that if you buy an EA game on Steam, it'll actually be on your Origin library as well.
Well,
true story.
To play an EA game, though, you have to have Origin nowadays, don't you?
It wasn't always that way, but they're starting to force that now. That's why, like, when they start making these claims, oh, yes, we got 1 million users, we got 2 million, oh, we're up to 10 million users now. Yeah, because people are fucking buying your games from other services and getting forced to install the crap. Of course your subscriptions are like...
Is that going to be for both online and offline games?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't...
In fact, Alice the Madness Returns requires that you have an Origin account.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
and that's another topic that ought to be interesting to do some research, and maybe we should make it a discussion one day. Just kind of an off topic, but a lot of these single player games now are requiring internet connection to even play them. And
yeah, it's called Microsoft. We had that discussion. Fucking Microsoft.
Well, that was a multiplayer game, but yeah,
games
that was
Windows Live.
But it's just a way for people, and the Call of Duty, when they came out with Modern Warfare 3, they introduced some service subscription yearly thing too. So it's just a way that everybody's trying to figure out how to make more money off of us, and it's how many people, how much? Because I spend what is it, $60 or something a year, typically for Xbox Live. I don't pay that because I get them when it's like they offer discounts all the time on that crap. But it's just like everybody wants you to subscribe, but how can you keep subscribing to all these games before you run out of money every month and you can't even pay a bill because you're paying all these game companies?
Very true.
Yeah, in fairness though, that's not their fault.
No.
You have to decide where you're going to put your money at. They can't really be responsible for that sort of thing. So I can't really agree with you on that.
That's the thing is they all want their numbers high, but they're all going to these subscription based things, and it's like, well, how the hell do you do that?
I don't really know how to connect the dots on that one. So I'll be honest. I'll agree and just go on. Yeah, the shocker, the pentagram shocker, yes. Slasher Cat asked, and this is regarding to what I was saying about EA games being bought on Steam and showing up on your Origin account. He asks, won't that make them lose money? To a certain degree. I mean, Steam gets like a percentage of the sales like we discussed earlier, but ultimately, it is an EA game, so the sale is technically going to EA. So they're still getting the money for it, but they're just not getting as large of a percentage, I guess.
Well, and here's how they look at that, is you have to have Origin installed so you get to see their store. You might just happen to be in there one day and click buy a game,
Yeah. Andy says, unless they are better with service, nope. Or better on price, maybe. And if they try to compete on price, they invalidate their own concern about Steam pricing. And that's a really good point.
If they come out and say that they're never going to do below 50%, I'm not even going to look at their store.
Pretty much.
I swear to God, I'm just like, whatever.
And they said they've made that claim in a few articles that I read that says 40 to 50% is tops you'll ever see.
And
on the
you know
store.
what? I bought my PlayStation 2 Battlefield Bad Company copy from what's that place? Oh yeah, GameStop used. Love it.
Yeah, but then you're putting money into a different devil. We won't go into that topic, but
you know,
it's a different devil.
EA's at this point trying to scrape up every dime they can because they are having financial issues inside. So
how?
They're not though. It's
How?
because last year they posted their post profits were, I don't know, it was like 4.14 billion revenue intake in 2011.
Yeah.
And then their post profits around 76 million because there was a 747 million marketing budget.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel bad for you at all.
Wow.
Like,
But it's
yeah.
When you go into that deep financing like that, though, you gotta even like Apple this last quarter. You know, they didn't make as much as they were hoping, and everybody like goes crazy, like, oh, they're losing. How the hell are you losing when you're making billions of dollars in a freaking quarter?
Yeah, when they're rated one of the most grossing companies in frickin' America. It doesn't make sense why they could claim that they're hurting.
No,
Slasher gave us this little story in chat that I want to read off, and this really is prime example of EA dickery here.
Triple dickery. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He elaborates even further on the story.
Yeah. Slasher says, I bought Kingdoms of Amalur, I hope I pronounced that right, at a Walmart, and I came home and I have to sign in for like 3 different services, and they installed a toolbar that spammed the crap out of me. And in the end, I lost my account info, and they refused to give it back to me because I was a minor that bought a rated M game when I was 16.
What?
He
Wow.
Where does he continue
And
at?
he says, then the next week it went down to like half price.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Kicking the
Okay.
balls.
It's
We gotta
ridiculous.
wind this down because
Yeah,
Scott's gotta
this-
edit this tonight.
And
It's
some,
only midnight,
And
so.
some of the EA games for like PC, I don't know if they're doing it for console, but at least for PC, I know if you buy some of their games from like GameStop or whatever, and you buy it used, you still have to buy a CD key.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that earlier.
It's
So,
like,
but yeah, basically, real quick before we wrap this up, Brooks said something kind of funny. I want to comment on it. Brooks says, I went to trade in 24 games into GameStop, and they offered me $3.75.
What did you trade in?
I have to say that when I traded in games last time at GameStop just to get like Steam Wallet cards, there was a couple of games of mine that I only got like 50 cents, 70 cents. One of the games, and I kind of expected this. Don't get me wrong. But one of the games was
shit in.
yeah. One of the games that I traded in was Duke Nukem Forever, and I got 70 cents for it.
and that's another story. But that fucking kills me is when you go to the trade in games and they're like, yeah, it's worth about $1.50. I'm like, wait a minute, you're gonna go sell it for like $30. You're gonna give me $1.50 for it though?
Yeah. That's another topic for another time. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, thank you so much, live chat, for joining us. We will be doing it again next weekend, but it will be the dual cast with Geek Culture Happy Hour. That's Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time.
Fuck you.
Eastern Time.
So what time Eastern
We're
time?
going to talk about 11 p.m. Eastern Time.
I just want to make sure we get that correct.
Okay, got it. Just gotta use fucking Eastern.
Enunciate.
Enunciate.
The lips.
So yeah, join us Saturday. We're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings Online, as well as the very first Lord of the Rings movie. We really hope you join us. Yeah, I can talk. And yeah, congratulations to Brooks on winning a copy of GTA 4 by creating the most ugliest Japanese chick we could find. Oriental, I should say. Sorry,
she loves
Oriental.
us long time.
She loves us very long. All right, so let's go ahead and get the hell out of here,
You
guys.
forgot the next topic.
Did I?
You forgot the next topic.
Fine, you do it.
Okay, not next week, because next week's the LOTRO show, but the August 10th show, what we're calling the post-LOTRO show. RPG fans, come one, come all. We have an interesting topic to throw at you. Do you think it's possible to make a menu-driven, turn-based RPG that has multiplayer? Imagine something like Cthulhu Saves the World, but with multiplayer. Do you think that could ever work? That's our lovely topic for that week.
Nice.
Yeah. We will discuss that on August 11th.
Correct.
Actually.
And I do have a quick special shout out for you RPG nerds. If you love the Elder Scrolls series, I recently started being a forum moderator over at thebeandbarb.com, and it is a fantastic budding community of Elder Scroll nerds. So let's get together and get your scroll on. So go out to thebeandbarb.com.
So I can bring my Gizargo.
Yes.
Yes, Gizargo.
Make some skooma.
Skooma for Gizargo, yes.
Okay, let's get out of here before I pull up that Nagazul soundbite again.
Gizargo says goodbye.
I'll see you guys.
See you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Scott, don't forget where they can find us.
Don't be an
Probably
outro.
the
Just
outro.
say goodbye.
Bye.
Just flush the toilet of the stall that you're in and let's call it.
Yeah, seriously.
See you guys later.